Hello and welcome to The Cutting Edge, the show that looks beyond the scorecards. I'm Anand, and with me, as always, is the man who has seen it all from the captain's balcony, Mark.
Great to be here, Anand. Always a pleasure.
Mark, today I want to talk about a player who, for the longest time, was perhaps seen as a luxury, a bits and pieces cricketer. And yet, today, he's arguably the first name on the Indian team sheet in any format, anywhere in the world. I'm talking about Ravindra Jadeja.
Jadoo. Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? For years, from an English perspective, we looked at him and thought, right, he'll do a job in India, but will he travel? He didn't seem to have the big, ripping spin of a classic test bowler, and his batting was, let's say, a bit agricultural in the early days, but my word, has he proven everyone wrong. He's a proper cricketer.
Proper cricketer is the perfect phrase. He embodies it. But to understand the steel he possesses, you have to look at where he comes from. This isn't a story that began in a fancy academy in Mumbai or Delhi. This is a story from Jamnagar. His father was a watchman for a private security agency, living in a one-room employee flat. His mother, Anas, was the driving force, the one who wanted him to become a cricketer.
You can see that fight in him, can't you? That scrap. It's not something you can coach. You either have it or you don't. He plays like a man who knows what it's like to have nothing. Every run saved, every wicket taken, it matters deeply.
And it almost didn't happen. The most poignant and perhaps the least known part of his story is the immense personal tragedy he faced. In 2005, when he was just 17, he lost his mother in an accident. He was completely broken. He told his family he was quitting cricket. He said, "What's the point? I was playing for her."
Wow, I didn't know the detail of that. At 17, to lose your mum and have the world on your shoulders. To come back from that tells you everything you need to know about his mental makeup. That's tougher than facing a fast bowler on a green top, I tell you that.
It was. It was his sister Naina who pushed him, who reminded him that his mother's dream was to see him in an India jersey. And look at the journey since. He was the vice captain to a certain Virat Kohli in the 2008 Under-19 World Cup winning team. So the pedigree was always there, bubbling under the surface.
And it was another legend who gave him that rock star tag, wasn't it? Shane Warne at the Rajasthan Royals. Warney saw it straight away. He saw the swagger, the energy, and the raw talent. People laughed at the time, but Warne saw a future superstar.
He did, and that brings us to his three-dimensional contribution. Let's start with the most electric part of his game, his fielding. Is he the best fielder in the world, Mark?
For me, yes, and it's not even close. You can talk about great slip catchers or boundary riders, but Jadeja is a complete package. His arm is a weapon. As a captain, when the ball goes towards him at point or cover, you just know the batsman isn't taking a run. He creates pressure without even touching the ball. He probably saves 20 runs an innings. That's like having a bowler take an extra wicket. It's a massive advantage.
It's that beautiful combination of grace and lethality. He glides towards the ball and then unleashes a rocket. Now, his bowling, it's not classical, is it? He fires it in dart-like accuracy.
Exactly. He bowls what I call pressure. He doesn't give you any room, he's at the stumps, and he bowls so quickly that the batsman has no time to think. On a turning track in India, he's unplayable. But the clever bit is how he's adapted overseas. He's learned to use the crease, to hold the ball back a bit, to use the rough. He just gets the job done. He's a captain's dream. Give him one end and you can forget about it for 20 overs.
And then the biggest transformation, the batting. From a lower order slogger to a man who can genuinely bat at number 6 for 7 and save a test match. That innings in the 2019 World Cup semi-final against New Zealand, India was dead and buried and he almost pulled off the impossible.
That was the innings that changed everything. The celebration when he got to 50. He was looking at the commentary box, wasn't he? He was telling the world, I'm not a bits and pieces player anymore. He now trusts his defence. He can play a proper forward defensive block, but he still has that rock star flair to clear the ropes. That sword celebration, it's not just a celebration, it's a statement.
A statement of his Rajput heritage, a warrior statement. And one final lesson on fact for our listeners, the famous Sir Jadeja nickname. Many think it was given by fans out of admiration.
Go on, I have a feeling there's a story here.
It was actually started as a joke by MS Dhoni on Twitter. Back when Jadeja was still a bit erratic, he dropped a few catches, and Dhoni, in his own unique way, started tweeting things like, Sir Jadeja doesn't run to take a catch, but the ball finds him and lands on his hand. It was ironic, and Jadeja, in the most magnificent way, turned that joke into a badge of honor. He became so brilliant that Sir Jadeja was no longer a joke but a title of reverence.
Only Dhoni could do that. It's brilliant. It perfectly sums up Jadeja's career. He takes what people throw at him, the criticism, the jokes, the pressure, and he turns it into gold. He's the ultimate modern all-rounder. He's a captain's security blanket and an opposition's nightmare.
From the boy who almost quit to the man who carries the hopes of 1 billion people on his shoulders with a bat, a ball, and in the field, the story of Ravindra Jadeja is one of the great epics of Indian cricket.
Couldn't have said it better myself. A true game changer.
That's all the time we have for today on The Cutting Edge. A huge thank you to Mark and to you for listening. Join us next time when we dissect another fascinating angle of this beautiful game.